Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. After our previous video explaining all the rules of the new realm fort system, many Guardians probably had the exact same reaction. Wow! This looks complicated. And honestly, we completely understand why. When you read pages of rules, conditions, fort levels, capture points, declarations, and garrison mechanics, everything seems much bigger than it really is. But here's the good news. Once you stop looking at the rulebook and simply look at how a fort battle actually plays out, you'll realize the entire system is surprisingly straightforward. So today, let's forget about all those written rules for a moment and simply walk through a fort battle from beginning to end. Think of this video as your quick guide to understanding the gameplay loop. Let's begin. Everything starts on the realm map. Your guild master or one of your generals opens the map and looks for an available fort. Not every fort can be attacked all the time. Some may already be occupied. Others may be protected. Others may already be under attack. So the first objective is simply finding a fort that's available. Once your guild has chosen its target, the guild master or a general declares war. And that's it. Nothing happens immediately. Instead, a 30-minute preparation phase begins. This is actually a very important part of the system. These 30 minutes aren't wasted time. They're there so your entire guild can prepare. Players can gather near the fort, discuss who will participate, decide who attacks first, organize their squads, and make sure everyone is ready before the battle officially starts. Once those 30 minutes expire, the siege begins. Now the real action starts. The first thing you'll encounter isn't the fort guards. It's the garrison. Think of the garrison as the first defensive wall protecting the fort. These are player squads placed there by the guild that currently owns the fort. Before you can even think about capturing the fort itself, you must fight through those defending players. Only after the entire garrison has been defeated can you finally reach the fort guards. So the battle naturally happens in two stages. First, defeat the defending guild. Second, defeat the fort guards. While all this is happening, something else is taking place in the background. Your guild is constantly earning capture points. These points are extremely important. Every time you defeat defending squads, every time you defeat guard squads, and even when you deal damage to defending troops, your guild earns capture points. So don't think that only the final fight matters. Every battle contributes toward your final score. Now here's where things become really interesting. Your guild may not be alone. Several guilds can declare war on the same fort. That means multiple sieges may be happening around the same objective. Every guild has its own timer. Every guild has its own battle window. But in the end, everyone is competing for exactly the same prize: the fort. Once the final guard is defeated, the game looks at the capture points earned by every participating guild. And the guild with the highest total becomes the new owner. It's not simply about arriving first. It's not only about having stronger heroes. It's about contributing throughout the entire siege. Now imagine. Congratulations. Your guild has captured the fort. The battle is over. But your job isn't. Because now it's your turn to defend it. This is where the garrison changes sides. Instead of attacking one, you'll now build one. Guild members begin placing their squads inside the fort, creating a defensive line for the next guild that decides to attack. And remember, the garrison isn't there just for decoration. Every future attacker must defeat those squads before ever reaching the fort guards. So a well-organized defense can dramatically slow down future attacks and force enemy guilds to spend far more time and resources trying to conquer your fort. Now let's talk about rewards. This is why guilds are fighting in the first place. Every fort offers rewards. And the stronger the fort, the better those rewards become. Different forts provide different benefits, making some much more valuable than others. Capturing your first neutral fort also grants special rewards for players who actively participated during the siege. So simply being inside the guild isn't enough. You actually need to help your guild by earning capture points during the battle. Active participation is what earns the rewards. And finally, once your guild owns a fort, everyone benefits. Every captured fort provides a guild bonus. As long as your guild continues controlling that fort, every member receives the bonus associated with it. That's why defending your fort is just as important as capturing it. Lose the fort? Lose the bonus? Keep the fort. The entire guild continues benefiting. And that's really the entire gameplay loop. Find an available fort. Declare war. Wait through the preparation phase. Attack the garrison. Defeat the guards. Earn capture points. Capture the fort. Build your own garrison. Collect your rewards. Protect your guild bonus. And repeat. When you look at it like this, the new realm system isn't nearly as complicated as pages of written rules might suggest. It's actually a very logical progression. Prepare. Attack. Capture. Defend. Repeat. Of course. As testing continues, we'll dive much deeper into strategies, squad composition, guild coordination, fort priorities, and everything else that will help you master this exciting new game mode. But today our objective was simple. To show you that once all those rules come together, the gameplay itself is actually very easy to understand. We hope this walkthrough helps everyone visualize how the system really works once it's live. If you still have any questions about the new fort mechanics, let us know down in the comments, and we'll do our best to cover them in future videos as testing continues. Before we finish, we'd also like to give a special thank you to Queen, Testy, Pio, and Ms. Looney for helping us capture the footage used in this video. We truly appreciate your time and your support during the testing process. It's always great to see members of the Hero Wars Alliance create a community working together to help everyone better understand the game. Thank you all. Stay tuned. Stay sharp. And as always, salute and friendship.